first Saturday evening. It's freaking hot. I'm sweaty. What's up, everybody? I picked the worst day to get in a ground blind. First day of my season, October 1st, Saturday evening. It's freaking hot. I'm sweaty. I hope they don't smell me. I showered up pretty good. We'll see what happens. I got a good wind, but I'm pretty close to the stand, about 20-25 yards. Nice 8-point come in the other day. He's not patterned, but I know where he is. He'll come visit every so often. It's usually what they do every year. So it's been a few days. It's time for him to show back up. He came in the evening, so hopefully he'll show up again today. Wish me luck. All right, let me fill y'all in real quick. Absolute Giant came in on camera yesterday, talked the boss into letting me hunt this morning. Sure enough, he showed up. I shot him, and we got that on camera. A little far back, but he was quartered away, it seemed like. Probably shouldn't be talking this loud. And so I think it hit far back on the entry and came out good on the exit. So best case, one lung and a liver shot. I gave him 6 hours. We'll go see if we can track him. I'm gonna walk up with the knocked arrow. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep y'all filled in. So to back up the story a little bit, I get out of the stand after I shoot. I give it 30 minutes and I see him over there I see him on my side of the fence line, and he's just kind of walking around, and I can't tell if he's gonna die or what exactly was wrong. I couldn't tell if he was dying or what he was doing. He was just kind of walking around in circles casually. And so I stay there, give it another probably 30 minutes, and then I get out of the stand. But I get out slowly, and I see him actually jump the fence casually. And he jumped to the neighbors, and so I was pretty much knew I had a terrible shot and that deer was going to be alive for a while. So I back out slowly, and then I start filming across the fence line. And as you can see, this is when I see him again. He was with that 10-point in the brush, and he's just walking around pretty nonchalant. So then I was really worried because it probably had been an hour after I shot. So I let him go deeper into the brush, and then I got out of there. I gave him 6 hours. I shot him at 8:30 in the morning, started tracking him at 2:30. No blood. My arrow had definite liver blood on there. It was dark blood. Kind of got excited at first, but then realized it was dark. Went back to the trailer, watched the footage, and then the shot looked pretty good on the footage. So I was confident, but at the same time knew that I was going to give it a lot of time. So couldn't find blood. Got permission from the neighbor to search on his property. I was praying the deer was just going to be dead over there, and he wasn't. I got a baby in the background, so you might hear him crying a little bit. I'm filming in my house. I don't know what else to do. We just got to get this video done, so that's him. Anyways, yeah, couldn't find him. Got pretty much ate up by cactus, stung by a wasp, pretty pissed off. Knew that I needed to call a dog, so I went back to the processor where there's a processor in town, and they pretty much have connections to a lot of people. So I got a dog tracker person, whatever you call them, and she didn't want to track in the midday. She wanted to wait till the evening for the safety of her dogs. It was hot, and gets out there at 6:30. I let the dogs smell the arrow. They quickly get on the trail. So they quickly get on the trail. One dog just scans around. The other dog is specifically on the deer's trail. But one problem is that the deer wasn't running. And she said that the adrenaline from the adrenaline wouldn't be pumping out very much, which it was going to be harder to trail. But the dog was for sure on that deer's trail, because I knew where the deer had walked up till probably 300-400 yards away. So the tracking was probably an hour. I figured the deer would have been dead because it had been so long after I shot. And she said if the deer's alive, the dogs will start barking, and if not, they'll hold their ground. And she had a GPS on them. So sure enough, the dogs start barking. I'm like, oh shoot. So I knew that deer was alive. And that deer was still in the thicket, but on the edge of a field. He probably traveled, I don't know, maybe a total of 350-400 yards. And he was bedded down in there where the dogs are supposed to bay the deer when they find them. Well, he had this giant field to run through. So that deer takes off. Dogs are chasing them. They make their way to a pond. And thank God, because it wasn't too much property before we would have had to get permission on another property. So they bay the deer into the pond. Deer jumps in a pond. We get over there, and the dogs are just chasing or swimming after the deer, as y'all can see. And I didn't know what to do. I asked her, and she said when that's happened before, the deer will just eventually drown. Well, 10 minutes or so, however long went by, and that deer, he wasn't dying. He was not going down in that pond anytime soon. Or maybe if we would have gave it a little more time, he would have. But I got tired of seeing him, you know, stressing. I felt terrible. I did not want to see him die slowly and drown. And we couldn't shoot him because all you can see was a deer's head, and the dogs were on its tail pretty good. So I knew I was going to have to get wet to get the deer. So I just made the executive decision to swim after the deer and take care of it myself. So we did not film that. I'm kind of glad we didn't, because that was traumatizing to say the least. But I waited for the deer to get a little bit closer, which was still probably 15-20 yards from the shore. I jumped and swam as fast as I could, caught up to him, grabbed him by the horns, and put his head under the water. I don't know if I'd recommend doing that. It worked out. I took a couple hoofs to the shin. Luckily, didn't take a hoof to anywhere else in the, lower regions. and didn't, you know, put the horns away from my body as best as I could, and I actually kicked his legs out in front of me, so the deer couldn't do anything other than struggle. So I had pretty good leverage, and he went down quick. He inhaled the water, and it didn't take long. So we got him, and as you can see, I'm dragging the deer out of the water.
Good job. Where's that hole at? Oh yeah, it's clogged.
Is it?
Yeah. Back of the rib on the exit.
Nice.
He's all right. Maybe could have gave him another year.
All right, guys, kept y'all out of the loop. We found him. Had to get the dogs out there. I mean, shot's not that bad. That's the exit. And the entrance was kind of up here on the other side, a little further back. Look at this buck. Just a stud of a buck. My biggest, I don't know, he's at least 130 something, maybe 140. 9 point. So here he is. I've been going after this deer my entire life. Can you see me okay, or does the angle need to be better?
No, it's good.
My whole life been going after this guy. Here he is finally, thank God. When in doubt, back out. That's all I gotta say. You never know with bow hunting. The shot was decent. I think I'm changing my mind again on these broadheads. No blood whatsoever, but he was bedded down. Dogs found him still alive, and they bait him into a pond. And then I reprimanded him in the pond, so I didn't want to see him die slowly. So I jumped on him and put him down. It was pretty cool. But thank y'all for watching. This was a good hunt. My season's over. Just gonna focus on everyone else around me now and filming them. So we'll see you all in the next video, and we'll still fish too. I plan on fishing all winter long, especially now that he's dead. I can get back to fishing. Peace. Say hi.
Yeah, really.
And then these two are the troopers. Can't really see them.
Say hi, really.
The troopers of the weekend. Hi, Willie.
Say hi.
If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here doing this. Peace out. It is my biggest buck with a gun or a bow. Obviously a bow. Not a shot you want whatsoever. I don't know what happened. I got a little nervous. I shot back. There's just no excuse. It was a close shot. I didn't do much practicing this year. I just didn't think I was gonna be on bucks like this year. So I feel terrible about it. Ironically, if I would have shot him with the rage, that probably would have been a dead deer. It would have hit his lung. When I did his autopsy, I looked it up and down, and it turns out I just barely missed that lung by probably less than an inch. Nailed the liver, and either way, that deer was still alive. So, successful hunt. I'm excited, super happy, going to get that deer mounted. Got him on camera. I did terrible about taking in-between footage. I was just so stressed out all day long, so that's why I'm kind of recapping the story here a little bit. And it was just, I mean, it worked out. I'm very glad I got that deer. I'm super happy. And so I had to do what needed to be done to get him. I was not going to lose that deer. And we didn't. So thank y'all for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Just, you know, a little short video of some action of a giant buck that I will always be able to look back on for the rest of my life. So Whitley was there, my baby boy, my wife was there, and they got to experience it too. And that was awesome. So it'll be a story forever to remember and to tell. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been holding on to a lot of videos. Don't know what I'm doing when it comes to posting them. I don't know why I haven't. But that's going to change again. We're going to pump them out. So We'll see you on the next one. We're going to go gun hunting this weekend, opening season, praying that a decent something comes in. I want Camry, my wife, to get one, so we'll see if we have any luck with that. See